Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Jangan cari muka saya memang sengaja tak pakai webcam. Imagine that I'm moving my hands just like in the class and trying my best to explain it to you. For today's class, for week 12, you will learn about retail pricing. It is very important for the retailers to set its price to generate profits and sales. Let us move to the next slide. These are the important points for this chapter. We will start with basic retail pricing strategies and we will end with legal and ethical issues. For point number 2, 3 and 4, awak perlu berikan lebih perhatian untuk awak lebih faham tentang chapter ini. So let us start with basic retail pricing strategies. Retailer boleh memilih sama ada mereka ingin menggunakan high-low pricing or everyday low pricing. Walmart, Tesco, Giant, they are using everyday low pricing. Di mana mereka mempunyai polisi yang menawarkan harga murah setiap hari kepada customer. Since mereka menggunakan strategi ini, menawarkan harga yang murah setiap hari kepada customer. Oleh itu, mereka tidak menawarkan sales promotion secara kerap. Tetapi, those that offer high-low pricing, especially those that involve in shoemaking and fashion industry, mereka tidak menawarkan harga rendah setiap hari, tetapi mereka melakukan sales promotion secara kerap. Tak kiralah sama ada mingguan, bulanan ataupun tahunan. Cuma mungkin ada keburukan sedikit apabila customer hanya datang ke kedai sewaktu sales promotion saja. Apa yang saya nak awak lihat di sini ialah apabila sesebuah syarikat memilih basic retail pricing strategi mereka, ini akan menentukan bagaimana mereka menetapkan harga produk di kedai mereka dan kekerapan mereka melakukan sales promotion. Sekiranya mereka telah menetapkan bahawa mereka ingin menggunakan everyday low pricing, oleh itu setiap hari mereka akan bagi harga rendah dan oleh itu mereka tidaklah kerap melakukan sales promotion. Kalau mereka menggunakan high-low pricing, mereka boleh meletakkan harga seperti harga di pasaran atau lebih tinggi daripada harga pasaran, tetapi mereka akan selalu melakukan sales promotion. So, done. So, let us move to retail pricing strategies. Untuk point nombor 2, 3 dan 4, ada beberapa perkara yang awak perlu lihat secara menyeluruh. Pertama, when you want to set the price of the product, there are few matters that you need to consider. Ada 3 perkara sebenarnya. Yang pertama ialah customer price sensitivity and cost. Yang kedua, competition. Yang ketiga, pricing services. So, bila kita tengok balik kepada customer price sensitivity and cost, you need to clarify whether your product is a price sensitive or not. If your product is a price sensitive product, it means that apabila awak menaikkan harga walaupun 10 sen, itu akan memberi kesan kepada permintaan pelanggan. So, what you can do, how do you want to clarify, how do you want to determine? You need to calculate, you need to know the price elasticity. Kalau high price elasticity, itu bermaksud jika berlakunya perubahan kepada harga, demand akan turun. Itu high price elasticity. Kalau inelastic supply, inelastic, tidak elastik lah. Inelastic supply, it means that walaupun berlakunya perubahan harga, demand masih juga kekal sama ataupun mungkin ianya tidak banyak berubah. Okay, that's why it's very important for you to determine the price elasticity first. Whether it is high price elasticity or whether it is inelastic. Okay, so your product, whether it is price sensitive or not, will determine how do you want to set your price. Jadi jangan simply je nak naikkan sesuka hati kalau barang awak adalah barang yang price sensitive. Okay, I think this one is very easy for you to understand. And then the second one is competition. So since you are in the market, of course you have many competitors. If you are selling food, you have the other food competitors. So you have to compare the price, strategies, cost, and market offerings of the competitors before you want to set your price. Berapakah harga yang mereka tawarkan? Apakah strategi yang mereka gunakan? Apakah kos yang mereka perlu keluarkan? Dan apakah yang mereka tawarkan di pasaran? Mungkin apa yang mereka tawarkan tu adalah sedikit berbeza daripada apa yang awak tawarkan. Function yang berbeza ataupun usability yang berbeza. Jadi apabila awak nak menetapkan harga, sama ada ianya adalah lebih rendah ataupun sama ataupun lebih tinggi daripada awak punya kompetitor, itu adalah bergantung kepada strategi awak sendiri. Jadi sebab itulah saya selalu tegaskan kepada awak, what is your type of retailer? What is your retail format? So if your retail format is actually more towards kita panggil yang those that try to offer discount, so it means that you have to offer below than your competitors. So that's why you need to look back into what is your type of retailer, what is your retail format, so that you know what is your strategy and you have to compare with your competitors. Jadi sama ada awak nak letakkan harga yang lebih rendah ataupun sama ataupun lebih tinggi, dan apabila awak nak letakkan harga yang lebih tinggi, you have to be different as compared to your competitors. Your strategy must be different. Your market offering must be different. So, saya pernah bagi tahu, okay, normally those that charge higher because they are providing more services. That's one of the way on how do you want to justify why you have higher prices. And of course, the experience that the customer will get is different as compared to the other competitors. So, ini adalah perkara yang awak perlu consider. Yang awak perlu pertimbangkan dalam bahasa Melayunya. Dan yang ketiga, kita ada pricing services. I have explained to you earlier, the retailer can offer product or services. Dan kita panggil service retailer. So, dalam menentukan harga servis yang hendak ditawarkan kepada customer, the service retailer can use yield management. Service retailer sebagai contoh, those that involve in hospitality management, they can use yield management in order for them to determine the price of the hotel, the price of the room that they want to offer to the customer. Dan awak tahu bahawa apabila kita nak tawarkan sesuatu harga, ada beberapa perkara yang perlu dipertimbangkan. Okay, your competitor's price, the demand of specific time, dan awak tahu juga bahawa setiap customer tu ada dia punya preference-nya. Jadi yield management ni saya cuma nak simplify lah, sebab saya tak perlu pun nak tengok lebih deeper, cuma nak bagi awak pemahaman. So yield management ni dia akan consider so many variables yang saya sebutkan tadi untuk dia menetapkan harga untuk bilik yang hendak ditawarkan kepada customer. Jadi dia akan melihat semua variable yang ada untuk dia menetapkan harga. Jadi ini dapat membantu servis retailer. Sebab as you all know that services is something that you cannot see, something that you cannot touch. There are risks associated with the services. So they are using this yield management in order to set the price to the customer. Dan ini juga dapat membantu mereka untuk menetapkan harga yang terbaik kepada pelanggan dan pada waktu yang terbaik. Okey? Okey, dan seterusnya, kita dah habis dah 3 perkara yang perlu dipertimbangkan untuk menetapkan harga. Cari ke belakang Yang kedua, untuk menetapkan harga, you have to look into cost. So when we're talking about cost, there are 2 terms that I would like you to really understand. Yang pertama, markup. Yang kedua, markdown. So of course, when you want to sell something, there are costs that you need to bear and you need to know how you are able to get profit. So in order for you to get profit, you need to cover the cost. Itu kita panggil markup. Berapa kita nak markup untuk kita dapatkan profit. Dan yang kedua, kita buat markdown. Sebab sometimes you are not able to finish all the products in your hands. So what you can do, you need to do markdown. Jadi kita semua akan tengok kepada ini. Markup. So, you know that markup is actually the difference between the retail price and the basis of the merchandise cost. So, awak tolak cost, awak tolak dengan harga yang awak tawarkan, itulah markup yang awak cuba exercise on the customer. Okay. However, kita ada dua lagi terms yang awak kena faham. Yang pertama ialah initial markup dan yang kedua ialah maintain markup. Dalam initial markup, this is the first ataupun kita panggil initial set that you try to set for getting profit. Jadi awak pun kata nak markup berapa, you nak markup dalam RM3, RM4, RM5, RM6, RM7, berapa pun awak nak letak, okay. Yang penting ianya adalah retail price tolak dengan cost. Itu adalah permulaan awak nak markup sesuatu harga. Dan kemudian, of course, you are doing business, you need to plan on the sales that you would like to get. Tetapi ianya akan berbeza dengan apa sebenarnya yang awak akan dapat. So, you need to compare between planned sales and actual sales. You plan berapa, actual berapa. Jadi, awak akan keep on adjusting the markup sampai dapat final markup tu tadi. Okay, this is the final markup that you would like to get because this is based on the actual sales that you actually get. So, itulah kita panggil maintain markup sebab kita akan sentiasa adjust dia. Okay, because actual dengan plan adalah berbeza. Yang kedua, satu, you earlier, when we are talking about cost, it's about markup and markdown. Markup, kita naikkan harga. Markdown, kita turunkan harga. For markdown, reduce the initial retail price. Why it happened? Because you want to clear the stock. That's number one. And of course, when you want to do sales promotion, you need to reduce the retail price. Okay, jadi ini adalah two important things to be looked into when it come to cost. Awak nampak kan yang bawah ni kan? Apa bawah ni? Apa sebenarnya yang berkaitan tentang bawah ni? Ni bawah ni pricing optimization software, break even quantity, and then sell to another retailer sampailah carry the merchandise to the next season. So these are the alternatives. Dan kalau awak nampak tangan saya akan tunjukkan belah kiri. Kiri adalah berkaitan alternative for doing markup. You can use the software di mana they try to analyze. Dia sama sebenarnya analyze actual sales, plan sales kan. So you try to but this one you try to analyze past and current merchandise sales and prices in order for you to know how much that you need to mark up. Okay, that one. And besides that, it helps you to do markdown. That is pricing optimization software. And in fact, for break-even quantity, awak bayangkan saya buat macam ala-ala Ultraman. Kan Ultraman tu kan dia tangan dia X kan. Apabila titik bertemu yang dekat tangan tu dia bertemu, awak buat Ultraman. Okay, total revenue when it reach the total cost. So, dia punya pas daripada itu kita boleh kata profit. Semakin, maksudnya kalau awak tambahkan lagi harga dia awak akan dapat additional sales. For markdown, selain daripada you try to reduce the price of the product, you can also try to sell it to another retailer, or you can consolidate unsold merchandise, or you can even sell it at internet auction. Kuda besar, kuda Babylon untuk 6,5 juta. Tak ingat itu iklan lama. Dia try nak jual dekat waktu pembidaan. So awak boleh jual juga ke internet auction, no problem. Or you can do CSR, corporate social responsibility, by donating to charity. Or If you do not want to do markdown, you just carry the merchandise to the next season. Because nanti saya akan terangkan ada kelompok orang yang dia tak kisah pakai baju yang out of season. They don't have any problem. Orang macam saya tak kisah asalkan cantik. I do not crazy for something which is new, but I'm crazy for something which is beautiful. Okay, itulah maksudnya orang-orang macam saya ni boleh je kalau nak beli something out of season asalkan cantik. Okay. And then kita pergi balik kat depan. Okay, this one, in order for you to get or increase the sales and profit through your retail pricing strategies, these are the ways that you can increase sales and profit through retail pricing strategies. Kita ada variable pricing, kita ada leader pricing, price lining, odd pricing, and use of internet. Jadi bila awak nampak 1, 2, 3, before you want to set your price, there are things that you need to consider. You need to look into cost. When you look into cost, you will look into markup, you will look into markdown. Before you want to set your price, you need to look into how you are able to increase sales and profit. So if you want to increase sales and profit, ini caranya. You look into this map. You look into this picture, diagram, whatever that you want to call it. These are the ways on how do you want to increase your sales and profit. Dalam variable pricing ada lagi banyak lagi dalam tu. Tapi saya nak fokus dulu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 awak. Mungkin tak nampak tangan saya bergerak. Saya nak tunjuk kepada variable pricing, leader pricing, price lining, odd pricing, and use of internet. But first, you have to understand what is variable pricing yang lead kepada lebih banyak lagi tu. It means that different prices to different customer. Dalam bahasa Melayu, harga yang berbeza untuk pelanggan yang berbeza. Dan apakah perkara yang menyebabkan pelanggan yang berbeza mendapat harga yang berbeza, itu kita akan lihat sebentar nanti. Kita terus kepada leader pricing. Leader pricing adalah situasi di mana retailer meletakkan harga yang lebih rendah untuk sesuatu barangan kerana mereka hendak generate traffic. Dan dia nak generate traffic tu kepada complementary product kepada produk yang asal. Kalau dia turunkan harga sesuatu produk kerana dia nak produk lain juga dibeli oleh pengguna. Saya bagi contoh. Awak cukur misai kan? Tak kisahlah awak cukur misai ke apa-apa yang awak nak cukur lah. Suka hati awak lah. Saya tak kisah awak nak cukur apa pun. But I just want to tell you that, okay, Razor blade. Harga mana yang murah? Razor ke blade tu lagi murah? Selalunya harga yang lebih murah ialah razor. Awak awak beli dengan harga yang murah ke razor tu kan? Tapi kalau nak beli blade tu dengan harga yang mahal kan? Okay, itulah yang kita katakan leader pricing. Harga razor adalah murah. Tapi bila nak beli blade tu agak mahal dan awak boleh tukar pula tu, saja je nak suruh tukar. Sebab dia nak increase sales and profit lah. That's how they do. They try to increase the sales and profit. Awak kena beli blade tu banyak-banyak kali. Yelah, takkanlah awak nak pakai blade tu banyak-banyak kali kan. Cukur misai tu, cukur belidung tu, cukur kening tu, takkanlah awak nak guna blade yang sama. It's not hygiene. Jadi itu adalah salah satu contoh leader pricing. Ataupun awak tengok pada cartridge dengan ink dengan printer. Printer harga dia murah sebenarnya, tapi ink tu harga yang mahal. Tapi sebabkan awak student kan, macamlah saya tak tahu, saya pun guna cara yang sama juga. Saya letakkan yang punya ink tu kat luar, jadi saya dapatlah harga murah. Tapi kalau yang sebenar-benarnya sepatutnya ink tu dia akan letak dengan harga yang mahal, and you need to refill. Bila habis kena refill. Jadi ianya adalah untuk generate traffic kepada complementary product. Dia buat harga yang murah kepada certain item because they want to increase customer traffic flows untuk beli barang-barang yang lain, dan juga untuk boost sales of complementary product. Ialah awak tahu kalau printer dengan apa? Ink. Kalau razor dengan blade. Okay. Then we have price lining. Dalam price lining, you know that dalam satu product category, they can have different range of pricing. Harga yang premium, harga yang standard. Jadi kalau you know that you have different target market, sometimes, or I can say that some of the target market are willing to pay more, so they can pay for premium. So premium, they can get more products. Okay, so these are the things that you can consider in order for you to increase your sales and profit, so that you do not only cater to those that are able to pay more, but you also cater to those that want to have the basic needs only. Jadi harga yang murah dalam kita panggil premium, standard, or maybe just basic. So these are all the terms that can be used by the retailers. Dia mungkin ada lagi cara lain yang gunakan, tapi dalam satu merchandise category tu dia ada banyak range of price yang dia cuba exercise in the, bukan exercise yang awak exercise jogging tu, maksudnya yang dia try to use lah inside the store. Oat pricing. Oat dalam bahasa Melayu ganjil. RM5.99 dengan RM6. Ya, ambil RM5.99 tu, ataupun RM5.99 dengan RM5 memang RM6 tu sebenarnya beza tak banyak pun, tapi orang lebih tertarik dengan perkataan RM5.99. 99 oat number ganjil. Okay, so this is also one of the way for you to increase your sales and profits, because you use the psychology of your customer. And the last one is use of internet. As we all know that we are now relying on internet in order to get information, in order to get the latest development of a product. So what you can do, what the retailer yang saya boleh bagi contoh yang kita semua selalu gunakan ialah kita try to make comparison of prices by using websites such as kita gunakan Skyscanner for you to compare the price of airlines. You can also use Booking.com. Apa lagi? Agoda. Bukan Lazada. There are so many other websites that you can use. Okay, in order for you to compare the price of hotel services. Jadi, sebagai seorang student, you need to think out of the box. Hotel dah ada dah. Untuk airlines pun dah ada dah. And in fact, kalau dalam airlines tu sebenarnya nak compare Skyscanner tu, dia boleh compare sekali juga dengan hotel. Maksudnya dengan penginapan, semua dia boleh compare juga. So, you as a student, so why don't you try to think out of the box? You try to compare between groceries items, groceries products, or maybe you try to compare between schools. Maksudnya, there are so many things that school tu maksudnya, daripada satu sekolah mana lagi baik ke. I mean, this is something which is outside the box. School tu adalah school lah. And then you can have so many website can be developed in order to compare one prices to another. Okay, so done. Sekarang kita akan melihat daripada variable pricing secara khusus. Dalam variable pricing, as I mentioned earlier, different prices to different customer. So ada 3 perkara yang awak akan lihat dalam variable pricing: individual pricing, self-selected pricing, variable pricing by segment. Individual pricing bermaksud apabila seseorang customer willing to pay for the product. Dalam auction bidding, kan awak bidding kata saya nak 10 juta, 11 juta, 13 juta. So irrelevant, tapi dia sanggup bayar. So that is individual variable pricing. The amount of money which is an individual willing to pay. Self-selected pricing, it means that in order for the customer to get the low price, they need to do something. So for promotional markdowns, sila dia kena register. Most of them are the loyal customers. Okay, so what they can do, what is promotional markdown? Markdown, tadi saya bagi tahu kan, markdown tu adalah pengurangan harga untuk holidays, special events, promotional program, because they want to promote merchandise and they want to increase sales. Bezanya promotional markdown dengan clearance markdown, promotional markdown is purposely developed by the retailer in order to promote the merchandise and increase sales. But for clearance markdown, it is developed by the retailer to clear the stock. And in order to clear the stock, you need to understand the situation. Some of the customer, they are the one who is willing to do anything in order to get the product and to be the one who wear it. Kalau baju lah, they want to be the one who use it. Kalau contoh handphone. So, this fashion conscious customer, selalunya dia akan nak sesuatu yang up to date. Tetapi ada juga price sensitive customer, they don't care. Saya dah terangkan sebelum tadi, saya dah pernah cakap apa yang saya cakap selalunya akan berkait. Jadi saya dah bagi tahu, saya adalah orang yang tak kisahlah out of season ke apa, saya cuma nak benda tu cantik. Saya nak benda tu something yang functionable, something that usable, that's all. So I am a price sensitive customer, so I don't care whether it is out of season, so I just want to buy it. Okay, jadi those you try to target to this price sensitive customer, kita bagi clearance markdown. Selain daripada itu, coupons, tak kira lah online coupon ke, tak kira lah dalam bentuk paper printed coupon ke, okay, you can use the discount on the coupons to buy specific items. Dan yang keempat, yang kelima ni adalah berkaitan. Saya banyak kali bagi tahu student bahawa bundling tu bukan kedai bundle, kedai terpakai. Saya tahu orang yang faham tu memang dia faham, tapi yang student tak faham, mungkin dia tak dengar kelas saya lah kot. Dia memang akan cakap benda tu, tapi tolonglah faham bahawa contoh price bundling ialah apabila kita meletakkan, bukan kita, retailer, they try to sell different product together and they sell it at a cheaper price. Once again, different product combine together and they sell it at cheaper price. Siapa yang buat macam tu? McDonald. Ada burger, ada fries, ada air. Semua tu adalah different product. Dan kalau jual berasingan, harga dia adalah berbeza dan lebih tinggi. Tapi bila dijual dekat dalam satu package ataupun dalam satu bundle, harga lebih murah. Kalau multiple unit pricing, barang yang sama dijual dengan harga yang lebih murah. Barang yang sama, awak sebenarnya nak beli satu tin Coca-Cola je. Saya pun tak tahu, saya taram je RM1.50. Saya pun tak tahu harga tin Coca-Cola berapa. RM1.5 lah saya letak. Tapi kalau awak beli 10, awak dapat harga RM10. Kan banyak tu pengurangan dia. So dia pun terpaksa lah, daripada dia datang nak beli satu tin Coca-Cola, dia terpaksa lah bawa balik 10 tin Coca-Cola. Dia pun tak tahu nak buat apa, dia pun bagilah, sedekah lah ke orang sekeliling. But that is multiple unit pricing. And the last one is variable pricing by segments. Number one, it shows that individual variable pricing. Bermaksud individual is willing to pay for that. Sebab itulah harga, kan, variable pricing tu maksudnya different people, different price. So yang pertama, individual variable pricing. It depends on whatever customer is willing to pay. Second, self-selected pricing. It means that if you want to get lower price, you need to do something. Kalau kupon, awak kena bawa lah kupon tu. Kalau price bundling, awak kena willing lah nak beli different product untuk dapat harga yang murah. Kalau awak nak buat multiple unit pricing, awak kena willing lah, instead of beli satu, kena beli 10 lah untuk awak dapat harga yang murah. Okay, so this is self-selected pricing. Yang terakhir, variable pricing by segments. It means that different segment, different price. Awak nak tengok konsert BTS. Siapa yang duduk dapat sampai nampak lah muka BTS tu. Nampak lah muka dia ada jerawat ke tak ada ke. Tapi tak ada jerawat lah kan. Dia punya kekacakan awak nampak secara dekat, harga lain. Tapi those that duduk belakang sekali memang tak nampak, yang rasanya kalau tengok TV lagi baik kot, harga lebih murah. Okay, location is one of the things that can affect that can affect the price of the product, the price of the services. Selain daripada itu, awak sebagai student daripada Malaysia akan mendapat harga yang berbeza dengan those that from overseas. They have to pay more than you. So that can be based on location. And in fact, those that with different age group. So as you can see that awak pergi zoo, they are priced for senior citizen, they are priced for adult, they are priced for children. So see, different segment, different price. So that is meant by variable pricing by segment. Different segment, different price. Tak kisahlah sebab location ke, tak kisahlah sebabkan oleh age group. Or mungkin lelaki harga lain, perempuan harga lain. So there are many other demographic segment that you can look into. And you as the retailer, you can try to, I can say you can try to utilize all these segments in order for you to give different prices to different people. Okay, the last one, legal and ethical issues. So as I told you earlier, many times you are governed by rules and regulation. So there are things that you can do and there are things that you cannot do. So you cannot do predatory pricing. Predatory pricing means that the dominant retailer, the big corporation, dia meletakkan harga yang sangat rendah yang menyebabkan the small retailer are not able to compete with them. Yelah, bila dia besar, dia boleh dapat supplier, dia boleh dapat harga lebih murah, dia letak dengan harga yang sangat rendah, di mana ada retailer yang dia dalam satu distribution channel disebabkan mereka terpaksa melalui pelbagai rintangan. Jadi harga dia akan cost dia akan lebih tinggi. Jadi sebab itulah dia tawar pun mungkin dengan harga lebih tinggi. So these are the things yang dominant retailer tidak boleh lakukan. Dia tidak boleh meletakkan predatory pricing which can affect the other retailer from operating. Second, resale price maintenance. This is one of the things that you need to consider. Okay, you need to know what is the manufacturer's suggested retail price. I have mentioned to you in week 10. I told you that the manufacturer, they will suggest retail price because they do not want instability happen in the market. Orang ni offer RM10, orang ni offer RM13, orang ni offer RM14. Jadi manufacturer akan suggest retail price berapa. So semua orang akan dapat standard price. Yang ketiga, horizontal price fixing. So, there are also some of the retailers, apa yang mereka buat ialah dia ada agreement. Semua orang, ialah you know that retailers, they are in the same level. Okay? And then they agree to have the same price for all of them. Yang keempat, bait and switch tactics. Don't do this. Where in your advertisement the price is lower, the price is yang sampai kena beli. Tapi bila sampai kedai, dah kenapa pula harga dia lain? So dia switch kan. Dia cuma sebenarnya apa yang dia buat ialah dia actually nak letak macam umpan untuk awak. Ni bait and switch. Dia umpan awak untuk datang ke kedai. Tapi sebenarnya tak ada pun promotion. That kind of promotion is not exist. Scan versus posted prices. Sometimes this happen. Awak tengok dekat shelf tu harga dia lain. Sampai dekat counter tiba-tiba dah kenapa harga lagi mahal. So most of the retailers what they do is they will offer the customer which one that offer you with the lowest price. Kalau dekat scanner tu lagi low, dia bagi yang dekat scanner tu lah. Kalau dekat dekat shelf tadi, bila dia ambil tu lagi lower, dia ambil dekat shelf tu lah punya harga. So but this can happen, scanning errors. Okay, since you are using system, you are using a technology, it can happen. Okay, and then deceptive references prices. Ni selalu saya nampak. Di mana apabila dia nak jual barang, jual converter lah selalunya, RM400 tiba-tiba jadi RM100. Tapi sebenarnya itu sebenarnya deceptive. Dia cuba nak mengelirukan awak saja, di mana 400 tu bukan berharga sebenar. Okay, tiba-tiba jadi 100, itu lebih berharga sebenarnya pun. So they just want to make you confused and you try to refer to something which is tak betul pun sebenarnya, dan awak pun akan beli. Awak ingat, 400, bagus ni. Tapi sebenarnya, it is not the real situation, which orang yang tak tahu, dia akan tertipu dan dia akan beli. Okay, class? I think that's all. As long as you understand that, this one. You understand that you have to know the basic retail pricing strategies, whether you want to use high-low pricing or everyday low pricing, because it determines how do you want to set your price. It will determine the frequency of sales promotion. And then second part, before you can set your price, there are things that you need to consider. You need to look into your costs so that you know markup and markdown. You need to know how to increase sales and profit before you can set your price, because that is the ultimate goal of each and every retailer. And of course, you are governed by rules and regulation. Look into legal and ethical issues. Do not confuse your customer by providing them with all this. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye bye.